Hey guys, so I'm here today to do my second tutorial ever and on my channel, and I thought it would be really fun to do a e.L.F. Tutorial using all e.L.F. makeup. Um, as you all know, a little while back I did a e.L.F. haul, and so I have a lot of e.L.F. makeup that I like, and so I wanted to show you guys a look you can do with it and sort of give you my opinions on the products as I go through them. The only thing that I won't be using an e.L.F. product for is I do not have an e.L.F. eyeliner, so I'll be using my, which one is this? My Kat Von D Immortal Love autograph pencil, which looks like that. And I will also be using my Smashbox Photo Finish primer because I do not have an e.L.F. primer. Now I do know that they make a good primer, but I do not have it. So so let's get started. So I'm gonna start with my eyes. Okay. So I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. I'm just going to get that all over. Sorry, I'm moving so fast. Okay. And I'm also going to use this to prime my eyelids. Okay, so in terms of shadow, I have been obsessed, which I actually put in my December favorites, but I've been obsessed with these e.L.F. Prism eyeshadow palettes. I am going to use the Naked palette for this tutorial. As you can see, they're all browns and golds, and they're all gold and bronze colors. It's all shimmer. I'm going to use my e.L.F. tapered stipple brush. It looks like this. And I'm going to dip this in the, there's 3 dark shades and 3 lighter shades. I'm going to stick it in the middle dark shade. You can see right there. Sort of get that into the... And I'm going to do my outer crease with that. And dip a little bit more into it and do the other side. I just love this eyeshadow. It's super pigmented. As you can see, I didn't even put that much on, but yet there's so much color on my eyes. It's glittery, it's beautiful, but it also is not, it doesn't really have a lot of fallout, which is really nice. So during the day, you don't have to really worry about it going all over the place. I am next going to take it into this color right here. It's sort of I want to say it's like probably the most rose gold color that is in this. And I'm going to be using this eyeshadow stipple brush that's like sort of more rounded. It's an E.L.F brush as well. I'm going to try to stick to all the E.L.F products that I have. I really like their brushes. They're good brushes. And they're really inexpensive. I got a set of four well, I did it when they were having their besties sale. And I will put my haul video below in case you haven't seen it. So I'm taking this color and shading it from the inner corner of my eye outwards till I reach that darker color. Okay. Now I sort of like creating an ombre effect, especially with this palette, because these colors just just blend right into each other very well. So I'm going to be taking the lightest color right here and just putting it on the inner corner of my eye and blending it out. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Now I have already primed my face, so I'm going to be taking the E.L.F. Flawless Finish foundation. As you can see, it's a little messy. I used it a little while ago and like a couple days ago, and I have the color Sand. I should mention that this palette, I was using the Naked palette. So I have the color Sand. This works for me right now because I'm a little bit darker. When I'm not as dark, I don't think it's gonna be a little too dark for me, but we will cross that bridge when I get there. But I like this foundation. I feel like it stays pretty well. I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques sponge. As you can see, it's pretty full coverage, and I prefer full coverage foundations. I just personally feel like they work better for me. Okay. And I have a little bit of extra, but that's okay. Just use all of this. Okay. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I know I did this a little backwards today. That's okay. And I am in the color Light, which I do have to say there's Light and there's Fair, and Light is actually a bit dark. So if you are, I feel like Light is actually like for when I'm tan, whereas Fair is for when I am in the winter and it's, you know, I'm like super white. Which is a little strange because normally I can pass for light. Okay, so now that that is done, I want to make sure that I cover up my foundation and my concealer and keep it set. I'm going to use the E.L.F. High Definition Powder in Sheer. And I'm just going to use the little patty thing that they give you. Just pat that over my under eye first. I do have to say I like this powder. I have other powders that I like more, so I don't really use it as much. But it does the job. It works. It's just not, I don't like it on my skin as much as my MAC powder, or even I have the Makeup Forever sheer powder that I was using too, that I like a little bit better than this one. So next I'm going to go in with my blush and bronzer, and I'm going to be using the same thing I used in my last tutorial, which I didn't know I was doing this tutorial, so that's why I'm using it in both. But this is the blush bronzer duo in St. Lucia. And instead of doing a contour, I'm just going to do a little bronzer and just sort of bronze up my face. And to do this, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Kabuki face brush. And I love this Kabuki brush. I just think it works so nicely. It blends perfectly. I love it when I'm doing my contour and blending it out. I have like great things to say about this Kabuki brush. It's very soft. It works beautifully. It blends beautifully. And it's $6. I mean, you can't really go wrong with $6. And I even got it for $3 because I got it during one of their 50% off sales. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Smallstipple Brush, which I compared in my last tutorial to the MAC 130 brush, and they're very similar. They work the exact same. The MAC one just has a little bit nicer quality. And I'm just going to take this corally color and blend it out. Sorry, my lighting is making me look a little wonky, so I'm getting a little nervous that I look funky. Okay. So I'll be using the E.L.F. Eyebrow Lifter and Filler. This is the lift side, this is the filler side. The filler color is medium and the lift color is ivory, and I will be using this to do my brows and underneath my brows. Now, I like this pencil. I just feel like it is a little bit difficult to work with sometimes, especially if you're used to using the Anastasia Brow Wiz, because it is such a bigger pencil. So it's just a little different you have to be a little bit more general with it because the Brow Wiz is so precise, which is something I like about the Brow Wiz, but it's also, I feel like I get my brows done a lot faster with this. They do look a bit darker though, because you have to use a really light hand. Okay. And then I'm going to use the other side to just go under my brows and highlight underneath. Let me just make sure that I'm blending this color out way. Especially since I'm using this as my highlight and I'm not going to be putting any color up there. So I do like this product, but I think it is a little hard to use after you're used to using a more precise brow product, such as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's just a little bit more general, which is good if you're trying to do your brows in like a flash or something like that, but it also is a little bit more difficult to use. Now, what you could do is you could use the Anastasia Brow Wiz and shade out your eyebrows and then use this to sort of fill in because this is a very creamy base and it really does work really well for the eyebrows. As you can see, I did like a couple swipes and my eyebrows are really full. So if you don't really like that full of eyebrows, I wouldn't suggest this product. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my highlight. I'm going to use the E.L.F. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. And I'm going to use my E.L.F. Stipple Brush that was all part of the same kit. This is the big one. I'm going to get that in the product and sort of just go over my blush I have. Now this is a baked blush, so you could technically just use this. I think it's a little light for me. Because I am so fair, but it's a really pretty highlight and it provides this really pinky highlight. Since my face has a pink undertone, I usually go for pink highlights because they work really well for my skin. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyeliner, and I do not have an E.L.F. eyeliner product, so I'm just going to be using, as I already stated, my Kat Von D autograph pencil. Okay, and I'm just going to put that in my waterline. Next thing I'm going to do is my mascara. Now, I also do not have an E.L.F. mascara. However, I'm going to use my Great Lash, my Maybelline Great Lash. It's lots of lashes, very black. in the color Very Black. And this is a really affordable mascara, so even though it's not E.L.F, it is still drugstore and it is still affordable. And last but not least, I'm going to be doing my lips in an E.L.F matte lip color. This is the color Praline. I really like these little sticks. They're not. They're. I'd say they're a pretty good dupe for the bite ones, but they are just a little bit drying on the lips. Not too bad to the point where they bother me a lot, but just a little bit. But they do stay on pretty nicely, and I don't think I have that many complaints about it. So, and this is a really pretty color, which you will see once I put it on. Okay, and that completes my E.L.F look. I hope you guys like it. I think it's a really easy look. And E.L.F is such an affordable brand, and you can get so much from them. And I really do like most of the stuff that I have from them. There's probably only one or two items that I've gotten from them that I wouldn't repurchase. But for the most part, I really enjoy their makeup. I think that it's, as I said, a really good alternative to higher end makeup. If you're looking to buy any makeup from E.L.F, I definitely would recommend the Prism eyeshadow palettes. They're really high pigmented, they're beautiful, they have great range of color. They are all shimmer. That is the one thing that I have to say, is that they're not matte, but you can easily pair it with, you know, the Urban Decay Naked palette, with the, like, pretty much any other palette that has matte colors in it, and you're perfectly fine. Another thing that I would suggest if you were going to get E.L.F makeup is this brush set. I really like these brushes. They're soft. They work really well. As I said, I compared the Smallstipple brush to my MAC brush, and they pretty much do the same thing. And I would also recommend these matte lipsticks. I really like them. They are creamy. They are matte. And they're definitely more affordable than, you know, NARS and other brands that also have this sort of similar product, even Bite. And I would also recommend the St. Lucia Duo, bronzer blush duo. I know they have other ones too. I definitely have to go and get some of the other ones that they have. I've been using this one like crazy. I just love this color. I just love these colors. I love this bronzer. It has a shimmer to it, but it just works perfectly for my skin. It's not too muddy for me. It's just a really good contour color for me. And this pink color is just beautiful, coral. I can't wait for spring, and then I will definitely be using it a lot more, even though it still works for this time of the season too. And last but not least, I would totally suggest everyone going out and buying this kabuki brush. I think on the website it is $6, but I think it works really well. It's definitely up there in, like, I use it pretty much almost every time I do my makeup to blend out my contour and just for powder and setting and stuff like that. And it's really soft. It just works so well. And I know it's $6, but if you can get it like when it's 50% off, then it's only $3. I would still even buy it for $6, to be honest with you. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe below. And also, as I said earlier, I will put my E.L.F. haul from a while back below and a lot of the products, pretty much all the products I used, I bought in that haul. So you can sort of get my first impressions and then see my impression now. So thank you guys a lot, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.